سلام برای دوستان عزیز دل، خوش اومدید به قسمت 20 کینگدام کام دلیورنس دومون. آقا بعد از اینکه درای دویل رو نجات دادیم و رفتیم توی دویلدن با بچه حرف زدیم، مشخص شد که کاترین رو باید یه سر بریم ببینیم چه اطلاعاتی توی گوتنبرگ جور کرده. پس بریم ببینیم که چی قراره توی این قسمت گیرمون بیاد. بزنید بریم. آخر برای شما ویسل نمی کنیم، داریم برای شما سوت نمیزنیم، میخوایم برای اسبمونه و به تا هم هیچ ربطی نداره که این اسب پیره. بریم طرف کاترین. رسیدیم. اوی این بنده خدا پبل پاره شد تا اینجا برسیم. خب یان کوتنبرگ اینجا خیلی گنده بود از دور.
Easy, good horse.
ببینیم کاترین کجاست. توی یه مهمان خونه میگفتن هست، بریم اونجا بگردیم ببینیم پیداش میکنی یا نه. واه اینجا فکر کنم میدون شهره.
Sure.
چی میگن؟
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
چه چیزی نیاز داریم؟ تو کی؟
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not
نصفشو
find
داره
a
آلمانی
besser
میگه.
Meister
میگه من
for
تو
miles
شمشیر
around,
بازی
I tell you.
شمشیر بلند
And with
خیلی
whom do
حرفه‌ایم.
I have die Ehre? Who are you?
Henry. I'm pleased to meet you.
یه سرباش آلمانی میزنه.
Sehr schön. A famous German König once also bore
یه
that name.
پادشاه آلمانی
He
همین اسمو
contributed
داشت.
to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat and brave warrior.
توی
Since you carry
هولی
such a
رومن
name,
امپایر
I offer you a duel.
شرکت
You
کرده
can
بودم
prove you
پادشاه.
too possess the courage and soul of a warrior, and do not bring shame to your famous name. When you show me how you handle a sword, I can tell you what to improve.
خب بیا هم دوئل کنیم
I'd
ببینم
like
چی
to
میگه.
challenge you to a duel and see if you're really as good as you claim.
Wunderbar. I always like a good Kampf. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our handsome faces, no? I'll lend you ein Schwert, aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing. That is the best Kampf.
aber keine Harnisch. یعنی هیچ بکنم آسیبی نباید با هم بزنیم، زره نداشته باشیم، فقط پارچه باش.
Sure. Just training swords. No armor. Works for me.
Good. Take off the steel and armor.
Gut.
You can keep your gambeson and let us get to work.
خیلی خوب. چی میگی آج آقا؟
All right, Menhard.
Gut, Hein. How
یا
about...
دیگه
wie sagt man das? For some
شرط
grosch?
ببندیم. باش بیا 200
Naturally.
Good. We have spoken enough.
اینجا بینم.
So, Heinrich, are you ready?
آره حاضرم. بیا بینم. مسیر استراک جا خالی میدی. خونم مسیر استراک زد. خب تمام شد. پول منو بده بینم.
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die
یه برای
Klappe.
ماست شمشیر
I
بازی.
am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of
من
your
از
King
ونسلس
Wenzel
این
himself.
Meister
امتیازو دارم.
Menhard, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the
یه
will of
عادلانه
your
king.
king.
There's no use
ونسلس اینو
arguing, Deutscher.
نمیخواد.
The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master long swordsman, and we don't need another.
یه اینم یه استاد
Any more
شمشیر
than we need
بازیه. ما
your
دوتا
foreign
نمیخواد.
poses.
Right then. So I will face your Nikolaus or any other man. We shall see then who's der wahre Meister.
ببینیم کی
Who is just
بهتره.
full of hot air.
کی حرف میزنه کی باده.
Master Menhart.
No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order.
تو خیابون هم دیگه بزنه.
We have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Enough of this, all of you! The council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling. You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
I am a burger from the Freie Reichsstadt of Frankfurt and a known Meister des Schwertes. My master is the Imperial Kaiser himself, not some böhmischer Bürger. And I will not hesitate to defend my Recht by the sword.
Enough, Meister! If you draw your weapon, the last sword you ever see will be the executioner's.
Menhart, beruhige dich.
Scheiße! This verdammte town!
Enough of this farce! You are banished from the town.
Was für eine Schande!
And since you have unlawfully conducted here the art of sword fighting, you will therefore pay a fine, which will go to the benefit of the Kuttenberg Sword Fighting Brotherhood for the...
اخوان مسلمین چیه؟ گفت برای گروه شمشیربازی کوتنبرگ، یعنی این پول جریمه که میدین خرج گروه شمشیربازی کوتنبرگ میشه.
Breach of their rights.
Such audacity! I will not pay any Geldstrafe und schon gar nicht to this coward and cheat. Das ist ungerecht.
Enough of this. You will pay or get 20 lashes of the cane in the stocks.
Scheiß drauf.
Verdammt! I will not put up with such disgrace. I would rather let you have your silver.
Henry?
I won't pay.
Then you'll get a taste of the stocks, laddie.
Zum Teufel damit. I will pay for Heinrich, so this matter is abgeschlossen.
Excellent. So, the matter is resolved. But if anything like this happens again, it will be the pillory for you. Alles klar?
Ja, ich verstehe. Komm, Heinrich. We still have business to attend to. Aber zuerst we have to leave the town. We are going to Gasthaus zur Eiche. The Oak Inn, as you call it. It is outside the town walls, by the road leading from the Burim Gate. We will discuss our business there.
Treat us in this manner.
Das stimmt. The king gave us his word.
بریم پیش کاترین، پولمون ندارم دیگه. حتی زرهمره ها رو بریم به این یارو بفروشیم. یه ذره اینجا یه خرید و فروش ریزی بکنیم کلا. دوستان بعد از کلی زحمت کشیدن شمشیر ردزیگو چیز کردم، ریفورج کردم، خیلی گوس شده، ولی هنوز استرنگت و اجیلیتی نداریم که بخوایم دستمون بگیریمش. 20 تا که اجیلیتی میخواد، 15 تا استرنگت که زور این بنده خدا نمیرسه. استرنگتش 12، اجیلیتیش 13، کم اینا. باید خیلی چیز شه، بلوفتر شه. 1000 و خورده جنس فروختم، ولی سر اینکه شمشیر رو آپگرید کنم 400 تا خرج شد. الان 2600 پول داریم. شبم شد دیگه. بریم پیش کاترین، همینجاست. خوبه. پس ترول کوتنبرگ هم که اومد عالی. یه 400 تا کم جنس رو فروختن داریم، ولی خب یه شب شده ازمون نخریدن. مالا همینجا باشه کاترین، فقط در ورودیش کجاست؟ نشش.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein.
I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
خب
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same, but work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Cape Bon, we'll see.
I look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. We have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild even for me.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the hole in the wall.
Sounds like a nice place for a romantic evening, eh?
You'll find it in Hot Brink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noblemen's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on. And we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
دست ایشوانتوف که مرد، دست اون وامبرگ و اینا نیفته. خب کجا باید بریم؟ و بیایم گوتسکین رو اینجا پیدا کنیم. خیلی خوب. اینجا برای شستشو نیست.
I'm sorry.
چقدر مست و پاتیلا زیادن. خیلی شهرش گنده. گدا گلوله زیاده. نمیشه خودم تیم بشنم. گدا گلوله زیادن. یه قلفه. بعد از این جاده برم. اوکی. اون مپ قبلی که توش بودیم در مقابل فقط کوتنبرگ نقطه است. خود کوتنبرگ به اندازه اون مپ قبلی که توش بودیم کانتنت داره. فقط ساید کوست داره لامصب. هر جا میری 2-3 تا کوست کیپر داره. فقط چند تا چیز توش هست. این چقدر گنده است خدایی. خیلی بزرگه. خب بالاخره رسیدیم به سوراخ تو دیوار. این چیه؟
A beer and a rag, please.
چرا اینجاست؟
Is that today's special, or is it part of the decor?
یه امروز روز خاصیه، بخش دکوره.
Here you go. I apologize.
از این بپرسیم ببینیم چیزی میدونم.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
چرا؟
Because I don't know you, and you don't look like you fit in here.
Who are you? And your people?
Well, I'm Chenyek.
All right. But why all that horse shit about whether I'd fit in with you or not?
Look at it like this. This is a place for a certain sort of people who have their own rules. Although folk usually think we don't play by no rules.
I reckon I see now.
Grand.
هارد لامصب با نظامی بخوایم تهدیدش کنیم. 200 تا پول بدم.
You don't know me and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. But there must be some way I can get you to trust me. I'm sure there are things I can help you with.
Of course there is. But we're mainly looking for fellas what can handle themselves. Ever since this town got a new lord, we've had to use a bit of violence now and again, innit? Anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll let you know if you're up to it or not. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
How about I invite you for a drink? We'll have a beer, chat about life.
You ain't got a clue, do you? Fellas don't come to this place for booze. You cough up a bit of glint, and I'll tell you about Goatskin. But don't bother trying to get matey with me.
I hope it'll be worth it.
That depends how much that wretch is worth to you. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here?
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
خب کی گرفت زدش و برای
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them. And that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knobhead. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
میگه فکر کردن که داشته خالی می‌بنده.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he's stuck his nose in a wasp's nest. And he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. You don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner. And then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
I'll stop by later and we'll see what comes of it.
Grand.
Never betrayed me.
Of
course not. We men just gotta...
کجاست این مهمون خونه حاج آقا؟ اینجا که نمیشه. خیلی خوب بریم دیگه. سر راه یادم چند نفر دارن بحث میکنن، پای ما هم کشیده شد وسط.
These two fuckers turfed me out of the tavern.
Who are you calling a fucker, you drunkard?
It's always the same with that fella. He drinks one too many, makes a racket and starts looking for a fight.
Let the guards give him what for? It's not your problem, is it?
Aye. Only he's supposed to be marrying my sister in the morning.
Pissed as a newt.
Fuck you! You're just pissed off that they didn't give her to you.
Shut up!
Blah. I'm in the right. You're in the shit, and with not a groschen to your name.
Well, sort it out, but without making such a racket.
Bugger off, you wise ass.
This here stranger's right, lads. Settle down. Hey, you've had enough.
Go home and sleep it off.
مشکلشون حل شد. دعواشون شد یا نشد نمیدونم. خب بریم اینجا ببینیم چه خبره. اینجا هموم است که میگه.
Servus. Was möchtest du?
ای بابا اینم که نصف حرفش قراره آلمان.
I'm looking for a bloke called Goatskin. You don't know him, do you? I heard he hangs around this place.
Goatskin? That lousy bastard robs my customers. Deutschers mostly. And they're the very ones that pay best. What's worse, words got around already. If you get hold of him, well, there's something I'd like to sort out with him.
I need him to tell me something. But once I've got hold of him, I'll get rid of him if you want.
That's a generous offer. But to tell the truth, the damage is already done. Do whatever you like with him. I'd rather keep out of it.
What are you after then?
Besides the Germans, Goatskin also robbed a scholar from Prague. Jan Schindel he's called. And I reckon he has friends in high places because he went straight to the city council. Not good for business.
How will it help you if I find Goatskin?
Schindel complained to the council mainly because Goatskin nicked some scholarly stuff of his. He's one of them fanatic crackpots. So if you tracked down his things and returned them to him, he might drop his complaint.
Any idea what the scholarly stuff was? Books?
No idea. But he said something about constellations, and then something in Latin.
So you're...
I'll see if I can find his things.
Great. If you find anything, take it straight to Schindel. He lives in the house of Vetter the scribe. And don't forget to tell him I sent you.
Now, about that goatskin.
What do you want to know?
Do you know where to find him?
Not the faintest idea. If I knew, we wouldn't be having this chat. I asked at the Black Horse. Dirty miners, right riffraff, that lot.
What did they tell you?
They claimed not to know anything, but they couldn't stop smirking, bastards.
Have you ever seen him up close? Can you tell me what he looks like?
Like any other tramp. Filthy and disgusting. And he's got a dent in his head the nippers could use for a game of marbles. I reckon that's where his wits fell out. And he's hardly got any teeth. But what would you expect?
You wouldn't happen to have a German customer here now, would you?
I reckon not. But I'm not sure. Ask the girls. Just please, don't interrogate my guests, all right?
I'll go and look somewhere else now.
Aye. If you do find him, watch out. He may look like a half-wit, but he's a right slippery snake.
Right.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
باش خدا.
I'll give you some sweet.
گیرم نیومد که. گفتی تو این منطقه بگرد پیداش.
What'll it
اومدم
be?
تو مهمان خونه ببینم اینجا کسی چیزی میدونه. این که چی نمیدونه. این چی؟
Greetings, my friend.
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
Aye, Goatskin. That rings a bell. But I don't come here often. If there's something you want to know, ask the miners. This is their tavern.
معدنچیا. گفت معدنچیا میدونن ها.
Take care for now.
معدنچی اینجا نیست که.
I'm sorry.
خب معدنچی اینجا نیست که. کی بپرسم؟
What would you like, sir?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin.
صاحب اینجا
I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? That mangy piece of shit. He turns up on the street. No Germans come here.
اینم مشکل داره که چون دزدی کرده از آلمانیا مشتری نمیاد. کجا پیداش
کنم؟ Any idea where I might find Goatskin then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse behind the yards in Rada quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled Deutschers in there. And some young wench there has been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
دخترم اونجا داره مثل که. خیلی خوب.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least. Since I gave you the goods on everything, I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a pinch purse and cough up a bit of glint, eh?
باش. پول خرج میکنم اگه چیزی خواستم. دوباره بریم اون حمومه ببینیم چه خبره. مشتری معدنچی هم اینجاست.
Sonny.
I'm looking for a bloke called Goatskin. Do you know him by any chance? I heard he hangs around here.
Goatskin? I've heard him, aye. But he don't come to our tavern, that's for sure. We ain't no saints, literally. But we don't stoop to rubbing shoulders with the likes of him. And he ain't interested in us either.
Any idea what places he goes to?
Hard to say. He hangs around this area. And the word is he's got some wench at the bathhouse in Rada quarter, round the corner from here.
That's all I need to know. Thanks.
بعدم بریم حمام.
Hey, kiddo. Why you just standing there?
خدایی این بازی چرا اینجوریه؟ داشتم تو راه میرفتم بعد روی نوشته گاتسکین. پیداش کردم تو راه حمام.
Hey, are you Goatskin by any chance?
Yeah, that's me.
کلمش زخم نره. البته بی‌دندون است.
What do you want?
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel on his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough, you know, glint to take off.
I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just pack up and take off.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. How much do you want so you can disappear in peace?
Not much, a few score groschen. But that won't be a problem for a well-heeled fella like yourself.
Here you are. But you're going to talk, right?
Right. Well, I like talking, you know. Like, what is it you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
I was doing nothing, but, you know, like, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid of?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this, Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it, and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out, they ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this, what's his name? Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
And you call yourself a spy?
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me to remember. I ain't gonna, you know, fill my head up with shit that don't concern me for free.
Jesus wept.
پس باید برم مهمانخونه پادشاه سلیمان. چیکار
What is it
می‌کردی
you
با
did
عنوان
as a spy?
جاسوس؟
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, you know, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? You know, who, with who, where, when, and that.
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good, you know?
I reckon I know what I
بریم
need to know.
خودمون سموئل رو گیر بندازیم.
Now clear off, since I've filled your purse for you.
Of course. I'm going.
تو واسه ببینم. واسه. وسایل آره.
Goatskin, there's another thing. What about those things you stole from that scholar? You know what I mean? Goatskin, there's another
جواب
thing.
نمیده.
What about those things you stole from that scholar? You know what I mean? I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for it now. Come back later.
آقا یعنی چی؟
Goatskin, there's another thing.
جواب نمیده. واسه.
Goatskin, there's...
جواب نمیده آجا. بعدم باید برم اینو دوباره سیخ بزنمش. خب. پادشاه سلیمان مهمانخونه‌اش اینجاست. باید تا اینجا برم. سموئل رو پیدا کنم. هر راه این یارو میگه به من کمک کن. دنبال یه چیزی بگردم. باش. بگرد بینم. یه ساعت وقت بذاریم بگرد. ها؟ چی شد؟ کمک کردیم پیداش کرد یعنی الان شهر عجیبی. رسیدیم به مهمانخونه پادشاه سلیمان. قشنگ معلومه یهودیه. ستاره متاره و چیز میزم کشیدن. چی این پاش؟ چی این؟ جالبه. کنم بسته است الان رامون ندن. چرا بندیت اسمش؟ باگه. گارد اون بندیت یا باگه یا بعدن توی شهر جنگ داخلی میشه یارو حوصله نشه کد بزنه. از همین الان اینا رو بندیت نوشته اسمشونو. یا هست ما بریم بخوابیم. یکی همه قفله. سموئل این توه. باید قفلشو بشکنم. میشه ما هم بیایمون تو بخوابیم شبا. پول میدم. بذار قفل اینجا رو بشکنم. آی ریدم. قفل باز کردنم واقعا ریده. سلام.
Why aren't you asleep?
نمیدونم چرا خواب نیستم. یه خوب اسم. شد کنسل کردم داشکو بیا 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 باز شد میشه اینجا یه جا بدید ما بخوابیم؟ اصلا غیر قانونی آمدن اینجا. اما بکنم باید صبح چیزی بیام. خبری نیست یال یهودیا ما رو راه نمیدن. خیلی خوب بریم صبح شد یه قاشق توپ بزن بر بدن این صبحونت. خب این حاج آقا سموئل کجاست؟ اینجا چی کار میکنه؟ اینقدر راه رفته اون دنبالش. سموئل اینجا کلا محله یهودی هست مثل که اسماشون هم چیزه
I'm sorry.
متفاوته. نمادشون هم چیزه. سموئل.
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
Goy yani çi?
Goy?
You do not know this word?
No.
Sorry, I don't.
Then you are a goy. What do you want here?
I'm looking for Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
اینکه ایزیه دیگه بزن.
It isn't just anyone looking for Liechtenstein. It'd be better for Samuel to say what he knows, if he doesn't want any unnecessary trouble.
I do not care who sent you. You will not impress me like that. We play by my rules here.
So how can I impress you?
Impressions are worth nothing. I'm only of interest to you Goyim when you need something. To you, I'm just a dirty Jew.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix. You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. Always find some excuse. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
That sounds pretty dangerous.
A lot less dangerous than showing your face here. Trust me.
All right, I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
Right. Morning, abandoned house with a yard.
Not morning, evening.
But you just said...
At the start of the day. My day starts when 3 stars appear in the sky. Not that those bastards care. They just go there after sunset. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today, if you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me, and you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
You'll keep your end of the deal, I hope.
Don't worry. I keep my promises.
داره عصر میشه و بریم نفوذ کنیم توی همون معدن چیه. بذار توضیحشو بخونم. A group who is struck anti-Jewish in abandoned yard in the mining district. که بعد از ظهر شروع میشه. ما بریم با گوتسکین الان حرف بزنیم باز. ببینیم چی از اون یارو دزدیده. بعد از گوتسکین هم در مورد معدن ها میشونم شاید بشه سوال کرد. نمیشه ترک کرد. گوتسکین کجاست؟ این رفت از اینجا کلا. الان هیچ سرنخی نداریم. الان سرنخی که داریم همون یارو بود که شمشیر بازی میکرد. اصلا سرنخ نیست، یه نفر دیگه است. ولی معدنچی ها هم اینجا فکر کنم، نمیدونم. Underground Crossroad. عجیب شد.
It happens. Just watch where you're going.
تازه باید عصری هم بریم اونجا ببینیم چیه. آقا دمتون گرم که بودین و دیدین. امیدوارم لذت برده باشین. تا قسمت بعدی و ادامه ماجرا. فعلا خدا.